I think it's going to be very difficult for us to get back down here personally, because I think the news is bullish. So if you, I mean, if someone is waiting to come back down here, I think they're going to be waiting quite a long time, and it might not happen.
Is there any reaction to that news on Telegram?
Yeah, I was chatting to some people asking questions. You know, I'm like ultra bullish, but partly because, oh God, so many people are just messaging me. Why don't they just leave me alone? No, God, we can't stream for long. Basically, I posted on Twitter that I'm expecting a $10 billion market cap. People think I'm crazy, and it sounds really crazy because we're at like 3 cents right now. That would be a $25 coin, yeah. And
That's a massive number. Like, I can't even contemplate. I don't really know about market caps and stuff. I just
look,
look at
market
trends.
caps are basic. Look,
So,
there's two things you have to contemplate when it
give me
comes
some.
to market cap. Market cap, basically, whatever the token price is trading is the market cap. So you divide the value of the token by the number of tokens in circulations, and that's your market cap. And so it doesn't mean that, like, even if the token's trading at $25, it doesn't mean that you can extract $10 billion of value from this asset, because the minute you start selling, obviously the price of the token is going to come down, right? There's no
Yeah,
point having a $10 billion market cap if the trading volume per day is $100,000. Yeah, the minute someone
yeah,
tries to extract a couple of million or a few million or 100 million, then you're not going to be at $25 anymore. You're going to be right back down wherever the orders get filled. Yeah, so it's a bit of a red herring to say that this is going to go to $25. I accept that. You also need the volume to back that up, and I think you will get that, because I think a lot of people are going to sell at in the highs. A lot of people, because a lot of people, that's life-changing money. You know, like if you're going from 3 cents to $1, that's already quite a significant increase in value. I think a lot of people will sell already, and this is what you want. You actually want people to sell. So when you're when I'm contemplating price action, yeah, now people, like when I say 10 billion, look, let me mark it out. This is 10 billion. I'm going to mark it out right now.
yeah. Mark it out. So I'm so visual. I think a lot of people are.
That's 10 billion right now, right? So let's move the magnet up there. Here are these lines. Let me just hide these lines so it's clear. Let me put my bull market back in, actually. Let me put my higher time frame analysis back in. All right. So in my mind, this is potentially correct price action, which is within reach. Yeah, you have your wave one. Let's just say we've already started the wave one. This would be the two. Now you don't want this to go and make another all-time low. This is really important. If it makes an all-time low, then this Elliott wave count is reset. Yeah, the two can't come underneath the zero. It's not allowed. So if you're contemplating Elliott waves, if we've already started the 0 to the 1, wherever the 1 is, then this has to be a bit higher, however far that gets, and it could probably get to the point of control or to the value area high. Then you're looking at a wave 3, and then you're looking at a really crazy 5, right? That could happen. The 3 is bigger than the 1, the 4 doesn't come underneath the high of the 1, and then you have this long extended 5. Now, this is really important. So you could get out here out of this low correctly with Elliott waves, yeah. Or if you do make another all-time low, which is possible, because I think a lot of people, once it gets up to like 9 cents, maybe some people are going to sell and just, you know, there's still quite a good increase in value. It's like a 3x from where we are now. We'll get to 9 cents. Sell. What if it oversells and it makes a new all-time low and clears up these lows, and then it's just brought right back up to create a V shape? You'll, in that case, if that was to happen, your Elliott wave 0 starts there. That's your 1. This is your 3. However far it gets, and then 4 can't come underneath the top of the 1, but you could have, now you can have your 5 up to $25. How'd you get to 25 though? Like, why 25? That's the question. Well, look, the idea is this: the minute you get above the all-time high, actually I'm gonna hide that because I like that line. The minute you get above the all-time high, that's this level here. Yeah. There's no volume. You're in price discovery. From here to here, there's no volume. Yeah. So people don't know how and where to sell and why to sell. They don't know why they're selling. So they'll just arbitrarily sell. But reality is that most people who are in the lows here, most people who have a position here, are not going to wait until $25. That's just the way it's going to happen. Most people are going to sell on the way up. So they're going to be looking at certain levels to sell, and by the time they get into the highs, then there's not going to be many people holding out here with huge positions from the lows to sell at the highs. What you're going to end up is with a take profit somewhere, wherever the first take. Then you're going to have a reaccumulation period. Then you're going to have an expansion, and you have another reaccumulation. Then you have another expansion. That's how it works. As long as the volume comes in at the reaccumulation, then you can have that expansion, right? And that's how it works. So obviously, if everyone who's buying now, if no one sold all the way up to $25, then all you're just going to get out is this. You're going to get like a pump and dump. Yeah. That's not how it works. Of course, if that happened, it might get to $25, but most people won't exit at $25, and you'll just get this really ugly blow off top, and it would just look terrible. What you're going to get is you're going to get the first move up. It's already going to be like a 10x. Most people are going to take good profit. Then you're going to have a reaccumulation. Yeah, and that's when the volume's going to really start coming in now, because people who have sold, they've taken profit, they're going to start reaccumulating, and you're going to get new entrants because they're going to be looking to catch the wave 3. Then you're going to have a volume increase, and it's going to push the price up to the highs or above the highs. Then you're going to get another take profit.
Yeah.
That's going to be another 30x. Of course you're going to take profit. Most people will take profit, and they'll make a crap load of money. And then you'll get the latecomers, and then this is key. So in my mind, if we get above the all-time high, which is 1.6, and I think that's very doable, because when you look at this 2-year trend line, that's a really strong trend line. And once you break it, once you back test, and once you resume the pattern, then there's no reason why you can't go up to the all-time high. Like, it's within range. You know, when you look at this triangle, if you contemplate this whole thing as a triangle,
yeah,
there's no reason we don't get back up to the all-time high. That's like, that's within that's within the possibility of this pattern that's formed. The question is, how do you get to 25? Well, it's easy. Once you get to above all-time high, you get an exchange launch on Binance. It's really that simple, and this is what people are missing. Yeah, they think, well, there's no way to get up to 25. Well, you can. Once you get onto Binance, you'll 10x. When Bitcoin is trading at $150,000 and you get an exchange launch onto Binance and the price of this token is already at $2, wherever it is, the minute it goes into Binance, it's going to go up like that. And the volume is going to come in too. You're going to get a lot of volume. You're going to get a lot of retail. They're going to pump this coin up like crazy. You'll be at $25 for a few weeks. Anyone who's got any money down here who's going to take profits, and then yeah, you'll get like some kind of failed auction, and it will probably be at the end of the bull run over here. And that's how you get there. It's really that simple. I expect a 10x on Binance whenever it happens. And the thing is, the volume is going to be low at the top, but when you get that injection of volume from Binance and you get the hysteria, the hype, the marketing is going to play a really important role. It's all going to do with the tokenomics. And I just, to my mind, I'm just thinking of Pancake actually. So if you look at Cake, let me pull it open. Look. From the low to the end of wave 5. So this Pancake went from 20 cents to $47. Yeah, and that was from the low. Obviously when it launched, look at the launch price. The launch price was ridiculously low. And one of the reasons, and it only went up to like 4 billion or something like that. But the reason why Pancake, this was Binance. This is all Binance. Yeah. All of this was Binance. And actually Pancake's tokenomics is crap. It's inflationary. And so most of this was hype, and obviously it corrected all the way back down to $1 because everyone who came in on this run up, it was the hype train basically, and then they all sold off. Maybe there's a lot of people in negative equity, and it's gonna be harder for this to get back up. I think travel is different because we've been in this 2-year thing, and then also when I look at my idea of Wyckoff accumulation, let me find it. I really have to clean this up because I can't find stuff anymore. I need to redo this. So if you end up with like an SOS up here, have you ever seen the Wyckoff?
Yeah.
Let me match it up actually.
Yeah, you showed me that one.
Let me just. I'm gonna paste it onto my chart. Copy. It's quite fuzzy. Huh? So if this is where we're looking at here, we've done the spring, we're in the test, then you have LPS, you have the buy up, lowest point of support, sign of strength, and then the next one is the markup. So we could mark up, and then you're ending up, then you'll be looking at a distribution pattern. Now it doesn't have to be a Wyckoff distribution, it could be something else. But the point is that if this is a Wyckoff accumulation over a long period of time, then we could end up going up to something like 25 because of the hype. But we don't necessarily we don't necessarily have to come back down to these lows. And when I'm looking at ADA, so ADA is the example that I've been looking at. Let me pull it up. And I showed you this before. except I can't find it now. Ava. Is that it? So yeah, look, see that? And it did Ada did see, Ada went and made a new all-time low, and that's when the one started. So actually the one,
They came all the way back. Came quite far back.
look at that, that's a big 3 up to the 5, and that went into the top of this channel. Even if it goes to the top of the channel, we're looking at $6. But the difference between Cardano and TRVL is that TRVL's market cap is significantly lower, which is why actually I think TRVL could go much higher. And what you would want is if we do kind of follow this pattern a little bit, we end up somehow coming above this channel here and doing like something like that to hit my target of 10 billion. There'd be a lot of hype then, you know. You have to think that about the hype train, and the this is going to the moon train, and you need to get in, this is the last chance, and all that kind of shit talk that you're going to get. I think when it comes to Cardano as well, I don't know if people really knew what to do with Cardano once they were buying it. Like, I bought some ADA and I had no idea what to do with it. Yeah, and that's part of the problem with this new tokenomics that's going to be launched with travel. Literally off the charts. Everyone is going to know what to do with their TRVL. It's going to make sense. It's going to be deflationary. It's going to be amazing. And I can't wait until people study it and understand how it's going to work. And basically it's going to, in effect, it's going to be Bitcoin 2.0. It's going to be a better version of Bitcoin. And everyone is going to understand it. And everyone is going to want a piece of this action, and they're going to want to hold it. And this is the other thing, like with Bitcoin, people were willing to buy Bitcoin at all costs, sell assets to buy Bitcoin, and people were willing to hold it. And once that narrative starts to filter through people's minds, you're going to get every single Tom, Dick and Harry will buy some of this and hold it. And that's going to be the difference. And so I don't see why we don't overshoot and go up to my target. And then also, obviously, if you do some Fibonacci extensions and just do a bit more make it more technical. You know, look at that. You see, look, the 1.618 comes in at $22 roughly. I haven't done this accurately. Let me do it accurately. So it's correct. $23. I'm not making that number up, you know. Well, okay, $25, $23, give or take, yeah. But I'm not making that number up. That is a technical target, $23. Sure, you have to get through $5. You have to get through $9.6, but under the right circumstances and the right conditions with the right everything, why can't this go up to the 1.68 extension? Yeah. After you have this 2-year trendline break, this accumulation pattern on the highest time frame, why can't you get there? And when you add that with the tokenomics, when you add that with the exchange launches, Coinbase, Binance, and OKX, when you add that with the AI search, the consumer-facing AI search engine that's going to be launched somewhere in the end of this quarter, the next quarter, like Q1 of 2024, in time with the bull market, and that's going to be categorized as AI on all the exchanges. I don't see why this doesn't get up to my target of 20. I mean, I said 25. Okay, 23.52, but 25 is a nice round figure, and it's a 10. It's a basically 10 billion market cap. That's what I'm aiming for. And actually, what I'm also interested to see is how whether people sell. Obviously, people are going to sell, but whether people, I don't think everyone, people aren't going to be selling this 100%. They're going to be holding some. So I'll be interested to see how far it corrects in the next bear market. You look at ADA, it wasn't a terrible correction when you look at it from the high to the low, like 93%. But it's still not terrible. Like some other altcoins went back much further. And now it's back in the channel, so it's going to make a wave 3 now. That's the wave 1. And I don't know. I don't even know what you can do with ADA. I know what you can do with TRVL. What you will be able to do with TRVL when the new tokenomics is launched.
That's cool, man. They do what you're saying with the tokenomics.
Yeah, I mean, we did a whole video on it. You heard? I mean, I think they're
going to talk about it yet.
They're going to tweak it for sure. 100% they're going to tweak it.
They're not just reducing market. They're not just reducing the number of coins, are they? They're doing other really important stuff.
I've suggested a one-time burn at the beginning to launch this. I don't know if that's going to be like. I mean, I've given my ideas, but the principal idea is going to be a Bitcoin style block-based reward system for actual hosting, for actual real world transactions, and that's key, because then all of the remaining coins, you will only be able to access it through that kind of action. Like, it's not going to be randomly given to different people. It'll be locked up and you can only mine it effectively. And it's going to be tied into the network, which is a physical network. It's not a virtual, arbitrary, made-up network. It's going to be a real network of properties and travelers and short stay vacation rental stays all the way around the world. And so effectively, everyone's property becomes their little mining rig. They'll be mining TRVL. But the interesting thing, like I said, was that people will be able to stake their TRVL to participate in people's success, and so you don't even need property, and you can mine TRVL by staking in other people's properties. That was the idea, and I think some other people had this kind of idea, but it just doesn't fit with the current tokenomics. So the tokenomics has to change. That is what's going to happen, and I think the communities, once that happens, I don't see why this doesn't play out exactly the way I've suggested. Now look, I obviously want this to be the wave 1, but maybe we're not in a wave 1. Maybe we still need to come back somewhere. You know, maybe we go up, come back, and then we start our wave 1. Because usually wave 1s are really, really, really impulsive. And this isn't really impulsive. You know, maybe we break. Maybe this isn't a wave 1. Maybe this is one test. Maybe we're going to have another test or something. Maybe something like that. I don't know how far this is going to be, but maybe we haven't actually started our wave 1, because I want to see an impulse out of these lows. I want to see the price move up all the way up to above 14 cents in one go, clear all of that liquidity, and come back to test. Actually, I think 9 cents will be the test. So something like this would make sense to me if it comes back to test 9, unless we come up like this. I don't know, it's hard to tell how we do it. We have a really crazy wave 3, and then we have the last push on a 5. That fits into my idea. And then you have correct targets. Look, 1.618, $23. Obviously the TR pocket would have to be passed. So the only way that we do that, imagine if we get up here, up to this point here, with no exchange launches. Imagine if we get up to this level, back to the all-time high, and we still haven't launched on Coinbase, OKX, and Binance. And then imagine if we launch all three at the same time. Yeah, you can get up to 25 easily. If you get 3 exchange launches when we're already trading above the all-time high, sure. And we'll have the volume to take us there. And every single person who's accumulating in this low, they're going to be multi-millionaires, basically.
Yeah.
So that's my idea. And I know people are like, oh, I want an exchange lot. They want an exchange lot so they can exit. But I think they're being very... Look at this 2-year trend line. We're just about to break it. All we need to do is back test it and to make a higher high. And then we're going to go to the moon. Why would you sell now? Don't sell. Hold. Sell in the highs. Wait for this Elliott wave, 5 waves to play out. Sell at wave 5. You know, take profit.
People should just be buying.
Every single person should be buying in the next year and a half. You don't sell in a bull run. You buy. And what you want to do is you have your targets and you buy the top. Hold on, David.